I should get up and go get it. This is a later live, and I wanted to vibe a little bit later. I never usually go on late. I usually go a little bit earlier, like when everybody's getting off of work or when everybody has a moment to chill. But I felt like a late vibe was it today. Hi, Decarius. I know I was looking for you in the last live. I think I did a little bit earlier than you usually come into. I think you usually are in my later ones, but I'm vibing late. I just wanted to talk a little bit about reacting, and I wanted to talk about self-concept. Um, you did miss it, but I missed you, and Ellie was in it. Some of the OGs was in it. Y'all really been riding with me for a long time. I'm not sure how much people is gonna come in this late one because I don't think people are used to me being on this late. But it's fine because at the end of the day, the replay is gonna hit anyway. Hi, Miles. Today's is, like I said, is a little bit later, but I'm vibing a little bit late today, and I'm drinking like a, it's not an energy drink because I don't drink energy drinks, but it's like a tea that's mixed with caffeine, like an iced tea with caffeine in it, because I don't drink coffee. Coffee doesn't work for me. Coffee puts me to sleep. So this live is not gonna be, I forgot to ask a question. I forgot. Yeah. I'm gonna try to. I realize I'm gonna try to go live more. So the goal, the manifestation for the new year is really to prioritize lives more, because I want to connect with you guys like in a live manner, like go back and forth, have conversations with you guys. Because my schedule is kind of busy and getting busier. I know that's an affirmation, but it is. And I don't want to neglect, because I love you guys and you guys are amazing. Yeah, coffee does not work for me. As soon as I can drink coffee black. I can drink coffee with creamer. I can drink coffee with milk, sugars, no sugar. And as soon as the coffee goes right here, my body goes, sleep time. It does not work for me. So if I genuinely want to ingest caffeine, the only way that it really works for me is like an iced tea, and it has caffeine in it. And that's it. That's how I take my caffeine. And I drink water. That's really all I have. I have this iced tea that has caffeine, and I have water. That is it. And every once in a while, I'll sprinkle some cranberry juice in there. So, one, I wanted to talk about reacting today. And first, there's just one thing I want to say about reacting. I get it. Like, I get it. Like, you know when something, like, kind of throws you off guard, or, like, goes, whoa, like irritates you or kind of frustrates you? I understand. But there's power in knowing who you are and knowing how your life is going to go, right? With your power. So I like to use the example of a movie. Think about a movie you've watched multiple times. Like, for example, I've watched Pride and Prejudice a million times. I've watched Elf. I've watched The Grinch. There's so many movies that are my favorite. There's so many shows that are my favorite. I've watched them. There's even some movies that I know by heart. Every character's line, every movement, every play of the hand and the eyes. I know it by heart. And the reason why I'm using this as an example is because I can turn on that movie and know at the end, this is what's going to happen. So as I'm watching the movie and certain things play out in a movie in the middle where the plot goes calm to high to calm again to low, in those moments, I'm still watching the movie and going, that's kind of crazy. But you know what? I know how it's going to end. And there's power in that. Now, let's apply that in regards to your life, right? What did she say? What did you say? I hope I'm not late. No, I just started. Guys, this is my first night doing really late. I'm going to do late and morning. I'm going to just play around with times to figure out who's up, who's not up, right? But back to the movie reference. Now, let's apply that in regards to reacting to a situation. I'm going to use the movie Pride and Prejudice because I love that movie. It's a romantic movie from back in the day. Think Bridgerton times, right? So if you're not a romantic movie, just follow. it is about love for the most part. And there's the main character, Kara, who's, I love her. She basically meets someone. Guys, I'm just giving a summary, okay? Um, she meets someone and he's rich. She's not as rich, right? But she has a million sisters and her mom is trying to marry her off. So this guy is rich, and in the beginning of the movie, she overhears him saying, she's not even that pretty like that. She's not even the sauce. She's not even juicy. She's not even, and her and her best friend was just like, and you can tell her feelings were slightly hurt, but in the movie she was just like, please, I'm giving you guys how I talk. I promise you she does not talk like this. Watch the movie. So essentially her reaction or her response to hearing a guy that is rich and wealthier and a potential suitor say that she wasn't popping and was not of stature, her response was like, I'm amazing. I'm well read. I'm interesting. Da 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 da. You get the whole point. And for the most part, at the end of the movie, they do end up together. But in the plot of the movie, there are moments where you think, are they freaking gonna end up together? Are they? Are they? And they do. And the reason why I'm using this as an example is because some of you are manifesting love. Some of you are manifesting money. Some of you are just manifesting a better self-concept about yourself. And a lot of you can sometimes forget that your focus should be on the end of the movie, right? And you're just living through the middle of the movie is how you're living day to day. Doesn't mean that bad things have to happen. I'm just giving an example, right? And then something happens in your external world, and the first thing some of you do is, oh my God, does this mean I can't have what I want? Did you not decide that this is how it's going to go? Did you not decide that this is who you're being? Did you not decide that this is how things will unfold for you? So which one is it? Is it that this external circumstance is dictating what you can experience, or are you dictating what you can experience? So it's like you're watching your own movie of your own life and you keep reacting to the little things that's happening in your life as if you don't know that the ending is going to be that you have what you want. And I want you to really think big in this regard. I decided that, hey, I'm easy to be committed to. And then a guy goes to me, I'm not into commitment. Am I going to react and let that guy dictate to me and go against what I just decided for my life? I want you to see how, I'm going to use this word. I'm not judging you, but I'm just going to use this word. I want you to see how foolish it is, okay? I'm so loved. I'm so wanted. I'm so committed to. Person. No. You. Oh my God. I'm not committed to. Do you see how foolish that is? That's like you took some person outside of you and let their little saying or whatever they said just sway you from what you are deciding for your life. It's so foolish. Because it's like, why did you just give your power away? Now, I understand that sometimes there's people in your life that you deem that you're close to or that you care about and that you know that you have a close connection to. So sometimes things that they say could potentially hurt your feelings, but someone saying something and hurting your feelings still should not sway you from what you are deciding for yourself. I decided that I'm going to be the best doctor in the world. I'm going to be the best pediatrician. And then somebody goes, I don't know. Are you smart enough to be a doctor? And you, oh my God, am I smart? That's how some of you guys react to the little things in your life. Some of you. And I want you to see how not only is it tiring. Imagine every day you're like, oh my God, you have to be tired. You must be sleeping well. All that reacting. When instead, how you can, hey, for all of you guys coming in, when instead how you can approach a situation is You're deciding, hey, I'm going to be the best doctor. Hey, I'm easily committed to. Hey, I'm whatever, 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 whatever you're deciding. Anything that seems to be opposing, or if your awareness goes to opposing, you'll go, that got nothing to do with me. I've decided that I'm the best doctor. I've decided that I'm loved and I'm easily committed to. That means nothing. And you continue to put your awareness on the story you decided on for yourself. Who you are, what you have, how it will go. That's where your focus remains. And what begins to happen is this situation that tried to pop up will then be neutralized to nothing because you made it nothing. Your constant reaction, your constant focus, your constant like, oh my God, this is something that's so major, is what's keeping it major. Literally. So some of you be like, how I get rid of this? Act like it's not important. Think like it's not important. What does anything outside of you have to do with you deciding that you get to experience something? That would mean that every single time you make a decision, that people outside of you have the power to tell you no or yes. And that's a lot of power to give away. I decided I like pink. Your friend goes, pink is ugly. Oh yeah, you're right. Pink is ugly. Yikes. I decided that I actually date people that never ghost me and in love with me. Your friend. Relationships suck. Yeah, you're right. I decided that I'm going to be the richest person in the world. Somebody in the world. Money is hard to be made. Jobs are not found. Yeah, you're right. Do you see how insane that sounds? That's like wait, why am I believing anything that's coming out your mouth? And why am I putting my awareness on anything that's opposing to what I just decided to myself? Not important. Let me focus on this. Simple. It's the constant reacting as if you don't understand your power. It's the constant reacting as if you haven't decided what the end goal is. Why? And I'm phrasing it like this because when you start to realize like, oh wait, that is actually kind of insane, you stop doing it. That's how I broke the habit for myself. Not only of seeking external validation, but that's how I started to realize, wait, why do I keep reacting when somebody hasn't texted me yet? What does that have to do? Better example, I like using texting as an example because we all do it as young people, right? You're texting okay, let's rewind. You decided that your self-concept is that, since we're talking about self-concept in this live today, you decided that your self-concept is, I'm loved, I'm wanted, I'm shown up for, I'm easily lovable, I'm all that is, I'm powerful, I'm this, I'm that, you gassing yourself up, I'm worthy, I'm blah, 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 blah. Then your boo thing don't answer your text for an hour. And automatically, your boo thing not texting you for an hour makes you question all of the things that you just said about yourself. The real question is never, why didn't your boo text you in that hour? The real question is, why did that person have the power to shift the story that you just said for yourself? That's what you really should be asking yourself. Why did someone outside of me have the power to make me question if I'm really amazing? Why did somebody outside of me have the power to make me question if I'm really worthy or if I am lovable? Why? I don't care if it's somebody that you really like. Nobody outside of you should have the power to shift the story that you are deciding for your life. You're the God of your reality, not them. That's it. I'm worthy, I'm loved, I'm all of these things, I'm all that is. Nobody's better than me, nobody compares to me, I'm the best thing to ever happen to people, blah, 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 blah. You notice your awareness goes to, I didn't get a text. The actual way that you would approach this, or one of the ways that you can approach this is, I actually don't have to sit here and wonder why somebody is not texting me. No matter what, I'm still worthy, I'm interesting, I'm fun, I'm cool. And you know what? I'm the most interesting person in their phone. I don't have to sit there and yearn for them. I don't have to sit there and look for them. I am enough. And I know that I'll get that text message. you fulfilled yourself, you boosted your self-concept, and you go about your day. And what usually happens is the person ends up texting you, but also you reaffirm your power. Instead of sitting there like, why didn't it text me for an hour? I noticed it. We can use this for anything. I'm just using text message because we all text. You can use this for phone calls. You can use this for money. You can use this for anything. Why are you letting something outside of you dictate what can happen in your life? Unless you want to give it away, that's fine. When I find that individuals seek external validation, it is because they have not fully trusted their power yet. So I'm telling you, has the I am. You are I am. You are consciousness, right? I am all that is. Meaning you breathe life into things and you can also take it away. Meaning, I'm going to explain. There can be a guy that is so fine on the train. There can be a girl that's so fine on the train. And you can sit there and decide that they mean nothing and they'll be nothing. And you'll go about your life and it'll be absolutely nothing based off of that decision. You can decide to look at them and go, they're going to ask for my number before. And it is your very awareness on them that causes it to unfold in your life. Therefore, you gave life to that situation. If you decided that you didn't want their number, you would have never given life to that situation. Understanding that that's power that you wield in your decision making. Understanding that you are the I. Anything you say after I am, you are. Right? Understanding that that's the power that you wield. Understanding that everything is neutral until you give it meaning. Understanding these base concept beliefs, like these base concepts. When you can understand this, what's going to happen is you're going to navigate with more confidence with yourself. It's not going to be, oh, why didn't this person text me? It's going to be, if they don't text me, it's their loss. I'm the most interesting person. Do you see the switch in that? And this is why I really, really strongly believe that self-concept is important, right? Your beliefs about yourself. Because someone who genuinely knows that they're loved, someone that genuinely knows who they are essentially, right? And what they're deciding who they are is never going to let something outside of them dictate to them who they are. They're not going to let their outside circumstances tell them, hey, this is who you are. Nobody should be able to tell you who you are besides you. I am loved. Somebody outside of you goes, I don't know, you kind of, it wouldn't sway you. You'll be like, okay, I'm loved, right? And some of you are not sure of that. And you can tell by your questioning. And this is not shade. This is just reflect and take what works and just dish what is not for you, right? You want to have this inner, I don't want to use the word confidence, but I want to say you want to have this inner knowing of who you are, because when you have this inner knowing of who you are and who you are being, nobody will be able to move you. I am the best. So nothing outside of me, no matter if there's somebody else that's considered the best, is going to sway me on what I just said. I said I'm the best. So what does the 10 other people that are the best, or they consider themselves the best, have to do with what I just said? Now, let's use what I just said and use it in application, because we all know that we can all be hearers of the word, but you also have to be doers of the word in order to see it in your life. You decided you want to have more money. You realize the money that you're making is not what you want. So you decided, hey, I want to make this amount of money per month. I decided I want a new job. I decided I want a lump sum of money. Who knows? Who cares what y'all decide? Who knows? Doesn't matter. You decided you have a desire. You started to do your visuals. You started to do your affirmations. You decided, if you're not doing any of them, that this is who you are today and forevermore. Remember the example about the movie? You're going about your life, and for the past few days, everything is great. You got some money from somebody randomly. You saw some coins on the ground. Somebody randomly gave you a gift, and then boom, you get a bill. Boom, you get a job denial. Boom, it seems as if something just pulled out more money than you getting a lump sum of money. Right there. See that scenario right there? Someone who is identifying as someone who has money, someone whose I am is that they have the money, is going to look at this circumstance not as a circumstance, but as something that will pass and be like, it's cool. I have money. It works out. Even if they get emotional, they deal with the emotion. It's like their story stays the same. Like, hey, I get money. Hey, I'm going to still get the job. I'm whatever. Their story never changes. And what happens is, because their story never changes, this right here that could have been seen as major or important won't be. It'll mean nothing. It'll dissipate. It'll find its way to be solved. You'll find that somebody gives them the money for the bill. You'll find that the lump sum of money comes right after that. You'll find that after that denial of that job, actually a better job comes along and gives them the job offer, because they never shifted from the story that they decided for themselves. What does it look like if you react, right? This is not to beat yourself up for reacting, but it's to give you the power and to remind you of your power when you're in these situations. So let's run that story back. You decided this is your identity. That bill comes up, or whatever, the job denial comes up, and automatically you go, you see that right there? You see that right there? Because what the F, man? And you go to your friend and you're like, yeah, they denied me these jobs. It's really out here. It's really hard out here to get a job. And you go complain to your mama. You go complain like, oh, you saw that bill? How I'm going to pay this bill? How I'm going to pay this bill? Why would a bill come when I've been affirming? Then you come on YouTube and you're commenting on your favorite YouTuber's page. And you like, oh my God, how do I get more money? How do I manifest a new job? As if you thought what you're doing is wrong. So you not only questioned yourself, you automatically believed what popped up. So you weren't fully convicted in what you said about yourself. And so therefore your I am is now shaky, because your I am is going, I am struggling or I am wealthy. Things work out for me or things are hard. You're dabbling it, you're being double-minded, right? And then what happens is that circumstance that could have easily dissipated and found the solution would have been found now becomes a problem. The bill people now calling you like, it's been 3 days past due. And then next you know, you get the one denial and now the next denial comes. Because you chose a story after you just chose another one. When you say that you are someone, you stick with it. I am all that is. I am everything. I am God of my reality. I am powerful. I can have my way. I get my way. And whatever your I am is, and no matter what, that's your story. I would say do not expect the worst, but this is more so a live catering to those of you who feel you're navigating circumstances that are not pleasurable or enjoyable. That's more so this video, because just because you're manifesting something doesn't mean that you have to go through struggles. This is just for those who's navigating those kind of waters. You need to see these things as non-important. You ever realize when you treat something as not important, it just becomes not important? That's it. There's no need. And when I say reacting, by the way, I'm not talking by emotions. Humans cry. Humans get annoyed. Humans get angry. Humans get irritated. Emotions pass. When I'm talking about reacting, I'm talking about mentally. Reacting is when when your awareness goes onto a situation that you wouldn't consider favorable, and your goal, yeah, that's the truth. When you just decided that that's not your truth. Which one is it? Which one is it? You can't be double-minded in this, by the way. Meaning, if I say I'm loved, that's the story, period. Case closed. And if my awareness goes to something that makes me think that I may be unloved, I literally calmly remind myself, like, hey, girl, this is not the story that you want for yourself or even want to experience moving forward. So are we going to dive deeper into this unloved story going on here? Or do you want to continue on the storyline that you have going for yourself of I am loved? And I'll literally talk to myself and go, you know, you're right. Let's go to I'm loved. You're reacting because you're not convicted in the story that you've decided for yourself. And those of you who's been an OG on my channel know my other word for convicted is you're not standing 10 toes down on the story that you decided on. I am. Nobody should be able to shift that. Not even your dog. I have. This is how it's going to go. You see how finite I'm saying that? And I'm not even saying I am anything yet. That's when I step into my self-concept, when I step into shifting my mindset in regards to my life, one of the major things I drill into myself is that the only person that has the ultimate power in my reality is me. And the moment that I let anything outside of me, a job, money, a friend, a guy, my sister, my mama, my dog, shift what I'm deciding for myself, I literally poured my power into a cup and said, drink up, and gave it to them. But I don't want that. It doesn't mean me saying I'm powerful means that I'm saying that I'm better than people. But it's me reminding myself that nobody can take from me what I decided is mine. That's why it doesn't even make sense to be jealous. Why would I be jealous of what someone else has when I can just literally give it to myself? If I see another young lady in a beautiful marriage, my first thought is not, oh, what the fuck, man? What about me? My thought is, she created that for herself in whatever way, whether she's into manifestation or not. I can do it. If I see somebody who's wealthy, even though I don't agree with some wealthy ways, some wealthy people have a way of living that I don't agree with, but nonetheless, I don't look at wealthy people and go, they just have all that money and not doing nothing with it. I look at them and be like, they have a certain mindset and a certain relationship with money. I'm not going to be a hater. Let me adopt my mindset to something in that area so I can have that level of money. You don't need to be jealous of other people. You just need to give it to yourself. When you see somebody with something that you want or you want to experience, your mindset should more so be inquisitive. Like, I wonder what the hell they thought to get here. And I do that when I meet people, because people come up to me and talk to me. I go on a lot of, even though I'm in a relationship, I go on a lot of solo dates. So I sit by myself, and sometimes I'm reading, sometimes I'm just vibing on my phone, and people will talk to me. And when people tell me certain things that's going on in their life, I'd be like, you know, what were you thinking when you got here? And that's the coach part of me as well. It's like, what were you thinking? Right? So for example, you know, my sister landed a job when she was told she would be temporary. And they told her officially that she has it full time. I already know what my sister's mindset was going into it because me and her have conversations all the time. Her mindset, when they told her she was temporary, she came home, she's like, yeah, please, girl, they gonna keep me. Ain't nobody better than me. And I'm gonna be very honest with you. They started to interview people with her there. People were coming in for interviews for her position that she was still in, that she was clocked in. And people were getting interviewed. And every day my sister came home and go, girl, please, none of those candidates matter. I'm the best. Literally, I'm the best. Nobody can replace me here. I do it the best. They don't want nobody else. They bonded with me. Da-da-da. My sister got the call. Hey, we want to keep you. All the other candidates just fell out and 2 of them was not qualified. She was faced with somebody interviewing for her job in her face. And she decided, no. And she got what she wanted. But Of course she did. She decided it. So she wasn't shocked when she was told the job was going to be yours permanently. She, of course, was on the phone. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But she already knew. When she actually messaged me saying that they told her that it was permanent, I was like, I thought this happened already. 10 toes down. Hey, I make $10,000 a month. So that's it. That's it. Hey, I'm in the most loving relationship of my life. So that's it. There shouldn't be discussion of anything else. Hey, I am the most confident I've ever been. I'm the most secure I've ever been. I'm the most calm internally I've ever been. That's it. Finite. That's it. Anything else? And another tip I want to give you guys too, in terms of something that helped me when I had my moments that I was teaching myself to not react, because I'm human. I learned my way into not reacting because I used to be a real crazy reactor. Okay? I was crazy. You guys ever see the videos of people who get upset and then they go scream into the pillow and then go, ah! That's what I used to act like. Okay? And I used to be a real reactor. So I'm telling you guys, I've calmed down so much. So understand me, when I'm giving you guys these tips, it's out of genuine, like, y'all, calm down. It's going to work out. It's going to work out, right? But here's another thing too. So remember the movie example that I used in the beginning of the live. I said, you know the ending of the movie. So when the plot and the action is happening in the middle of the movie, you're chilling watching the movie like, that's crazy, but we know how it's going to end. They're going to end up together anyway. Or he's going to win and he's going to whatever. You get what I'm saying? So whenever something would happen in my world that I thought was not aligned to what I wanted to experience, I gave it a meaning that it was aligned to what I want to experience. Let's use an example. You decided you want to manifest making $10,000 a month. You have a business. You decided you want to start manifesting $10,000 a month. And you're doing whatever you do to tell yourself that you have it, you're fulfilled, you're reminding yourself, this is who I am. I'm a $10,000 a month kind of person, right? And then in the middle of the month, you get a boot on your car. I don't know, making something up. You get a boot on your car. Now, to the normal eye, that is something that's maybe seen as opposing. Because it's like, I'm telling you that I want to make $10,000 a month, and you gave me a boot, and now I got to pay money out of nowhere? That's dumb. You give it the meaning that it means that you're closer to. So I'll tell you exactly what would happen if I woke up and I saw that. And I get $10,000 a month. I have $10,000 a month. I make money. I love money. I'm feeling like a money girl. I'm feeling like a money girl. I feel rich. I feel sexy. I feel good. Money loves me. I have the best relationship with money. That's me. I wake up. Good day. Good day. Boom. Boot on the car. Instead of going, why is there a boot on my car? Instead of that, I'll look at that and go, that is telling me exactly that I'm getting $10,000 a month. This is telling me I'm exactly where I need to be. Everything is always working out in my favor. It doesn't mean that you have to be happy, but you're giving it the meaning that, hey, it's working out for me. This boot means nothing. Matter of fact, this boot is proving to me right now that somebody's going to pay for it or somebody's going to give me money. That's the only reasoning I can give to this. Of course, you will proceed to handle the situation accordingly, but your mindset must stick with, I get $10,000 a month. Because technically, if you were getting $10,000 a month, a boot on your car, light work, you would have paid. You're operating, your thinking has someone who gets the $10,000 a month. So you see that and you give it the meaning like, hey, man, this has to mean that this is my storyline. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And what you'll find is because you neutralized it, you didn't make it major. You didn't make it mean that you're doing something wrong. You didn't make it mean that you can't get $10,000. You didn't make it mean anything besides, hey, another day in the life of a $10,000 a month person. Boom. Literally, probably by the end of the day, you get your first $10,000. And even if it's not by the end of the day, your mindset sticks with, I get $10,000 a month. And it unfolds that way because it meant nothing unless you make it something. Let's use third parties. I love using third parties examples because people don't understand how third parties come to be. You start talking to a guy. You start talking to a girl, right? You guys are flirting. You guys are laughing. You're thinking, oh, they like me. They like me. They start to really, really like you because that's what you're feeding your inner world. You start to think, I'm amazing. Of course they like me. It proceeds to continue that way. Then one day you're scrolling on social and you see them like something or you see a girl comment. In that moment, you go, man, she or he means nothing. I'm the most interesting person. They adore me. And that person proceeds to be nothing. But however, if you go click her page, click his page, scroll through their whole history down to when they was born, go and click on all their friends page. Now you watching their story from a burner account and you going, I know they talk. Congratulations. You just became matchmaker between your boo thing and the person you just decided to make relevant. Congratulations. You did it. You manifested. You created that inner world. And now you're going and you go, girl, I saw them like this page. Go look on their page for me. And now they're important when they were nothing before. And even if they would have attempted to talk to your person and if you had made it nothing, your person would have found a way to be like, no, I'm interested in so-and-so. It happens all the time. Like, oh no, I like the person I'm talking to. But you made it something. Now you have a third party. Congratulations. So when some of you ask, well, how do I get rid of a third party? You make them not important. You make them not important. Literally. That's it. Do you know how much guys, women as well? When I say guys, I'm talking about anybody you're attracted to. All right? I'm all inclusive on this channel. Okay? Do you know how much partners tell their partner, hey, I was talking to this girl or I was talking to this guy and all I wanted to do was come and talk to you? Real life shit. Real life. Do you know how that exists? Do you know how that exists? But yet, you chose to make and react to a comment, a like, something that you deem has a circumstance and make it bigger than life. And therefore, it becomes bigger than life in your life because you decided so. And even in there, some of you don't even realize you're still powerful because you made it bigger than life. It became bigger than life. It works on either side. So instead of spending time making the things that you do not want or you do not want to experience bigger than life, make the things that you want to experience bigger than life. That's all you have to do. And because this society is so conditioned to expect trauma, to be distressful, to be protective, to be just anti-love in some regards. There's major stories of that on the collective level, right? I'm not tapped into that channel. I'm not subscribed to that channel, but I know it exists, right? Sometimes when you tell people, hey, just expect the best, how you know that they're not thinking about you? How could they be thinking about me? They didn't text me all day. Damn. You really made 3 hours of a lack of text mean that you're not loved or that somebody can't like you? Trash. Trash. I'm loved no matter what. I'm loved whether I get a text message today or tomorrow. I'm wanted whether I get attention today or tomorrow. I get money whether the physical dollar shows up in my bank account or not. I'm abundant. Nothing dictates for me what I am or who I am. And when you guys start to disconnect that kind of power from these external sources, you return to self and really stand on your power. Some of you try to figure out, how do I become more powerful? How do I stand on my power? You trust yourself. You trust and give yourself that validation. Really and truly. Do sleep tapes really... So I'm going to teach you something, okay? I'm going to answer your question, Nay Hardy. Do sleep tapes really get you results? So I'm going to give you my first answer, and then I'm going to answer according to what I've done in my life. If you have to ask anyone outside of you if this... Sorry guys, it's saying it disconnected. I don't know if I'm back on. Put a thumbs up if I'm back on. If I'm back on, let me know. Okay, good, cool. Right. So, yeah, it was me. Sorry, guys. So, right. So, if you decide, or if you're questioning if something works, it's either going to not work or either it's going to work depending on what you decide. So, if I was to tell you, and first of all, you asking me if it works puts so much power on me, because I could be someone that's not a good person and go to you, it doesn't work, don't ever use them in your life. And you go, okay, and you never use them in your life. Why are you giving me that much power? I shouldn't have that much power over your life at all. What you can ask me instead is, have you used sleep affirmation tapes? What results have you gotten from it? And then I can answer that. Now to answer the question, I have used sleep affirmation tapes. The tapes that I've used before is my own and Dylan James on YouTube. I've used Dylan James tapes before. To me, I have found that sleep tapes work because I tested it for myself and decided that sleep tapes are great. Do I still use them every day? No. Sometimes I'll play my own out loud. I feel like I make great sleep tapes. Or sometimes I play none at all. But either way, I've decided that sleep tapes work in this regard to me. There are people out here who've never used a sleep tape before, and they're still getting what they want. So the question posed back to you is, do you like sleep tapes? Do they make you feel like you're in a state of the wish fulfill? Do you feel like when you listen to it, you're stepping into the best version of yourself, or the ideal version of yourself? When you listen to it, does it make you feel like you have your desire? Then I would say, hey, go right ahead and use it. Now, my other question would be, do you not like sleep tapes? Do you not like how it makes you feel? Do you feel like they do nothing for you? Then I would say you probably shouldn't be using it. Things like this, guys, is what I mean by you make your own rules. There are literally people here who do what the hell they want and do whatever specific thing they want, and that's it. My best friend, she supports me, watches my channel, but all she does at the beginning of the year is make a list of things that she wants to experience. She reads the list a couple of times, she folds the list, she puts it away, and she lives. She'll do a few affirmations of herself every once in a while, and she lives. And best believe, she gets what she wants. She decides that works for her. I don't necessarily do list in that way, so I would not say that I do list. Are you following? This is what I'm trying to teach you guys. It's not about what I'm saying is right or wrong. The only answer to this is, as long as you decide what your I am is, as long as you decide what you have, and this is how it will go, is what you're going to experience. How you get your mindset into there is dependent on you. Now, I will tell you this. You don't need any of these things, because before you were aware of any of these things, you were living life moment to moment, deciding. However, if you want to robotically affirm, go at it. If you like to visualize, go at it. If you want to listen to music and meditate and get yourself into the state of fulfill, do that. But what you should not do is I'm not going to do it because this person said not to. But what if you liked it? What if that's what got you there? This is how you start to build your trust with yourself. For me, I genuinely, I watch people because I'm happy to see them grow, but I need no answers. I don't need any answers. I have no manifestation questions for anyone. And when I have a question, I'm like, and if I catch myself going, how would I? I'd be like, okay, well, I know it's about experiencing it within. So if this is what I want, what would I say internally to get me there? And I answer that questions with myself. That's it. And sometimes a fun trick that I've been doing is, so I want to have a certain experience with my partner. So I'll do this. I'll be like, I meet a lot of people in my world who have this experience that can tell me things that they do or say or what their experience is, so it can feel more real to me. And then I start to meet more young women who are either right where I am or a little past where I am, and they'll start sharing their life, and I'll be so inspired by it that it makes me feel fulfilled. I have fun, guys. I don't have a strict 10 affirmations in the morning, 10 affirmations in the afternoon, 10 affirmations at night. I do very strictly believe in self-concept. So yes, I am doing self-concept every day. But sometimes I do self-concept as soon as I wake up, or sometimes I'm at my desk and I'm listening to my self-concept tape. Either way, it's working for me. And I get what I want every single time. Every single time. Right? And I'm going to talk a little bit more today also about how I got my free vacation. I got a second free vacation, guys. I think I'm good at manifesting vacations. I'll help y'all out with that. I feel like I don't have any questions either. I know what the answer is going to be. I'm not going to say a but I just need to stay disciplined. So if you want it, you'll do what you need to do. And I mean not say the word wanted. If you have the desire to experience it, you know what you need to do. So if Neville in Barbados, I like to use him an example because he really, really wanted to go to Barbados for Christmas. And since we're in that season, I believe it was Christmas or his birthday. Somebody correct me. But he really wanted to go to Barbados. And because he really wanted to go to Barbados and Abdullah gave him the information, what he really did was he really applied what Abdullah said. And he really stuck to it. And he ended up getting what he wanted on time. Abdullah didn't give it to him. The story wasn't that Abdullah kept teaching him and he kept ingesting knowledge. It was Abdullah gave him knowledge. He applied it. He tried. Yeah, it was Christmas. Thank you. He tried to keep asking Abdullah questions, and Abdullah kept curving him and saying, nope, I already told you what you need to do. I already told you what you need to do. And in a way, Neville was forced to apply it. And what did Neville experience? He ended up going to Barbados because he was forced to apply it. And not forced like he didn't want it, but he was pushed to literally focus on the story that he's deciding on. I can't give it to you. I'm not going to lie to you. I wish I can manifest for the masses. I wish I had the energy to manifest for the masses. I don't want to really. I don't mind helping somebody else for manifesting for them. But you got to do it for yourself. And it's so much fun when you do it for yourself because only you know what you really want. Like, let's use a vacation, for example. So, my birthday is coming up. And I said that I wanted to go on vacation. And I can absolutely afford a vacation. The simplest step there was, hey, pay for a vacation. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, da. I didn't want to pay, right? I didn't want to pay for it. It's my birthday. I feel like, why not? I did it before. Let me see if I can do it again. Now, a lot of you guys know that I affirm, but I also am a great visualizer. Literally, like Neville, all I did, because I felt sand before. that also helped my senses. And I know what it feels like to be in the heat of a sun. I knew I wanted to be on the island. And I just imagined that I was on the island. And sometimes I will say in my mind, and it was free. And it was free, right? I didn't go searching. I didn't do anything. And it literally just came to me. And my birthday is coming up, and I was literally just looking up stuff, not vacations. I was looking up like places I would have dinner, stuff like that. And all of a sudden, the person who bought the vacation for me goes, "Hey, by the way, I got you a vacation. Thank you. Thank you." And I actually wasn't surprised, like, oh my God, because I clearly was saturating here. But it was more so like, good job. You wanted that, and you put your awareness on that. Good job. And that's all I'm trying to teach you guys. I didn't overcomplicate it. I didn't go, who's going to buy it for me? What if the person thinks it's too much? What if the plane ticket and the hotel is too much? I didn't think about any of that. Because in all my heart, I don't care. Because I wanted it for free. So the person who's getting it from me is going to pay for everything anyway. Same thing for you and whatever you're doing. Who cares about the small details of, but how, who's going to move? Who's going to give it to me? That wasn't your job to do. Your only job was to fulfill your inner man. There's no limits there. So if you have a desire to get more money, why are you sitting there trying to break down which one on your family tree is going to give you the money, or who's going to give it to you in a will? Or why are you trying to figure out where you need to go to the bar to meet rich people? Who told you you have to do all of those extra steps? You fulfill your inner man. And you fulfill your inner man by deciding, hey, actually, I am deserving a large sum of money. And I decided that somebody's going to gift me a large sum of money, no harm to none. And the money is mine. And if you're a visualizer, you can visualize the specific amount of money, or you can say, I have, and you go about your life. Every time you spend money, you go, I have, I'm so rich. Every time you pay a bill, I'm so rich, I'm so glad I can afford this. Because you're literally embodying moment to moment this person. There should be no conversation of, I only got $10. That does not sound like someone that just said they got a large sum of money. Right. And this ties directly into reacting. Clearly, my birthday is right there. My thought process can be, my birthday is in the next few days. Where the hell is the vacation? I also did not have a suitcase, guys. And I was gifted that too. It all will unfold perfectly. You don't have to try. You just have to decide. You don't have to try. All you have to do is decide. And sprinkle some razzle dazzle of conviction, which is standing 10 toes down. You're right where you need to be. I found myself knowing what to do, then randomly I doubt and question if I'm doing it. I need to wake myself up and remember I'm doing everything right and I have it already. So in those moments of doubt, that's where I would advise you to, what's the word? Re-empower yourself. So if you catch a moment where you're questioning how powerful you are, or if this is even real, or can this really happen for me? This is where I tell people, grant yourself grace. And you go, like I said, I talk to myself a lot because I understand that the story that I'm telling in here is the most important. So I treat myself like a kid and a loving parent. So when you notice that, think about a parent, and if a genuine loving parent that is experiencing a child that's feeling doubt. What does a loving parent do? They'll go, it's okay, honey. I understand how you feel, but you're going to be great and you can be anything you want in this world. That's how, think about a loving parent and a child. You do that with yourself. hey, I understand that you're experiencing doubt right now because of whatever. I understand that you may be feeling down. And it's okay to feel your feelings. I understand you. I hear you. This is how you're talking to yourself, by the way. But let me remind you of who the F you are. You are powerful. You are and this is where you'll gas yourself up. You can say you are or I am. This is where you'll gas yourself up. And in those moments, what's going to happen also, this is science too. Your body is going to start to build, I tell you guys this all the time, you're going to build this strong inner trust with yourself. And you're going to start to feel safe. You're going to start to go, okay, I trust myself. I've been doing this and I can continue to. I got this. And if I have a moment of doubt, I'm human. Cool. Boom. Next thing you know, next few minutes of gassing yourself up, you gas. You're like, now you're playing Beyonce and you twerking. Because emotions pass. Doubt is just your awareness going to the story that you don't want to unfold, really. Or feeling a fear of that story unfolding. And all you have to do is remind yourself of, yes, there's a potential, but the potential only becomes stronger if I continue to focus on it. So let's let it go. We don't need it no more. Literally trust your... Think about... I like to see examples of... If you ever look up on YouTube or any social media content of when the little kid is taking swimming lessons and the parent is in the water and the child is kind of afraid of water. And the parent is like, jump in the water, Sally Mae. And Sally Mae is like, I'm scared, Dad. And the father's like, come on, Sally Mae, I got you. It's okay. That emotion of fear passes through the child. It's there because the potential, they probably have a fear of drowning. They probably have a fear that the water's going to be whatever, whatever, whatever. And the parent coaxes them like, it's okay. You can do it. I got you. That's you to you. That's you to you. And then the child ends up jumping. They realize they're safe. They realize they're fine. They realize that they were focused on the wrong side of jumping into the water. They were focused on all the things that could potentially go wrong. But actually, there's so many things that can go right. Like they end up learning to swim. They end up learning to tread water. They end up not being afraid of water. So it's the same thing with you. In those moments of doubt, you're thinking, is this possible? Am I powerful? You to you. Think of that swimming example. You to you. Hey, yeah, it's a potential, but I don't want this to be my end all be all. It's okay. Take the leap. Take the leap. I got you. And the leap is really just taking the leap and trusting in your new story. That's really the leap. So really think of that swimming example. Look up videos. It exists of the little kids. They're literally frightened. And the parent is like, you got this. I promise. Talk to yourself like that. You're going to notice how much your inner confidence grows, but how you're going to have this stillness within you. You're going to be able to look at things and see it maybe unfolding before you and you going, I did that. I did that. I did that. I did that. And that's how you build it in a rapport. So don't be mad at yourself for experiencing doubt, but more so parent yourself in those moments, okay? Don't let it run amok, because when it runs amok is when you really start to spiral. I'm scared to sleep alone in a house at night, but that won't stop my manifestation. Then manifest, wait, hold on. I want to start you from the beginning. I didn't like how I'm thinking from having it, so instead I decided that I am in the mindset of it. Okay. Advice on this on the last stream I would have asked for. I'm scared to sleep alone. So, I know you're manifesting a home, Anna, and I want to say this. There's two things I want to say. You can, wherever you're living now, I would recommend, I like using that word because recommend means you can take it or not. I would recommend that everything you're doing in the place you're doing now, you envision it's in your home. When you turn the key into the doorknob, you're opening the key to. This is the reason why I'm telling you to do this, because I'm not telling you because the physical action is giving you the manifestation. The physical action should be a reminder of where your mindset should be. So where on a normal day you would have turned the key in the doorknob and you're opening the door to the home that you don't want to freaking be in, instead of thinking like that every single day, when you turn the key in your doorknob, that's an opportunity to go, oh, I'm so grateful for my new home. When you go to wash the dishes, you're washing. Okay, I got you. Write it again because I don't want to scroll. I don't want to scroll up. Sorry. I'm going to scroll up, but write it again. When you're washing the dishes, you're not washing the dishes in the place of your place that you don't want to be. You're washing the dishes from your new home. I want you, that's how you're going to fully saturate your mind of being in the new home. If you don't want to be alone and you want to be surrounded by animals, when you're doing this mindset activity, imagine that there's animals all around you. If you already have an animal, imagine that that animal is with you. If you want it to be with a partner, then you should be imagining it being with a partner. So remember, it's not the action that you're doing that's going to manifest. The action is simply a reminder to put your mind there. Every time you shower, imagine that you're stepping into the shower of your new home. Every time you drive from the home that you don't want to be in, imagine that you're driving from the home that you actually want to be in. That's how one of the ways that I manifested my apartment. I used to turn the key in the doorknob and act like it was to my apartment, and literally unfold it that way. DeCaries, write your question again. DeCaries, write your question again. Manifesting a home is actually easy, guys. People are gifted homes. I think I put it on here in my community page. I wrote how this woman won a home, like for a couple dollars. People get passed homes all the time. If you watch Bridgerton, I know that's a show, but it happened it happens. Remember the black family who started in the lower income and then they brought their way up because a family member passed away and their son inherited the money and now they lived in a castle, like a mansion? It happens all the time, guys. When you are deciding on changing your life, the best thing you should do, especially in the area of your desire, is to tap out of all the stories that don't align. So I tell you guys this all the time. Commitment was my weak suit when it came to relationships. So one of the first things I did was I stopped listening to the sad stories of like women saying men ain't this and men ain't that and da-da-da. It doesn't mean that their stories are not true and that they're not valid for expressing their feelings. But I realized in order to really fulfill myself, I couldn't hear those stories. So when you are in your like for example a home, you probably shouldn't be watching the house market is this and this and this. You really should just, your focus should only be on I am in my home. I am in my home. I am in my home. If you feel inspired to reach out to a realtor, do so. If a realtor reaches out to you and you feel inspired to answer, do it. Don't think about necessarily how it's going to unfold. If you are already in the market of searching and you already have a realtor, that's even better too, because what's going to happen is you're going to be saying, I have my dream home, I live in my dream home, and your realtor is going to do the work for you. Is going to find your dream home for you. I've seen that happen for people before too, where they were like, well, it made me feel more natural having a realtor. And so they got the realtor, they went through the process, but all they focused on was they had their dream home already. And the realtor came back and was like, I have 2 places that I think is perfect for you. And one of them ended up being the place. All right, guys, don't overthink it. Okay, DeCuries, you asked. The part that still makes me question is to satisfy the inner man, not wanting, just visualize or whatever for fun. Okay. When we use the word inner man, we're talking about consciousness, right? Every human is consciousness, because the human body, this right here, is a shell, okay? Because once, not to be dark, but once my consciousness leaves this shell is, okay? Not to be funny, but that's it. So when we're talking about consciousness, we're trying to put your focus on your actual spiritual self, right? It's your inner body, because that's what's connected to the power. We are powered through that. So when we say to fulfill your inner man, is because your inner man is literally, there's no limits for them. We create this limits as a human. So humans perceive certain things in our world and tell ourselves, hey, we can't do this because of this, or we can do this because of this, right? And you believe it. But what we're trying, what I'm saying, the people who's teaching it correctly, what we're trying to teach you is you have to see beyond the limits of the physical plane and see that there is no limit for you. And that's why we tell you to fulfill your inner man. Because when you think beyond, just for a moment, just follow me. When you close your eyes and you see, I don't know, everybody sees something different, right? But I sometimes see like a starry sky. Like I see black and I see like a starry sky. Like I see infinite, right? Because when you close your eyes, it is infinite. When you kind of daydream, you can take your daydreams anywhere. You can be on a roller coaster kissing your boo, which is kind of crazy. Or you can be in a penthouse in Dubai. You can take your imagination anywhere. Okay, follow me. You see how I'm pulling it like Play-Doh, taffy? You could take your imagination anywhere because it's consciousness. Consciousness has no limit because this is just a shell. But once it leaves the shell, it still exists. It doesn't go. It's still valid. In the human world, our world, we were taught to, this is how you got to make money. This is how you got to do it. Think about schooling. We spend years and years and years of schooling, them telling us, you have to study this. And the best jobs is this, 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 and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. But that's not the truth. It's one way of living, but not the only way. So when I tell you to fulfill your inner man, I'm telling you to be aware that your imagination has no limit and absolutely valid to create the world or to select the world that you want. So if you have a desire to be great or be the greatest, and in your world you experience people telling you you ain't gonna be this or da-da-da, you can choose that and accept that limit, or you can go within. I keep doing the stretchy motion so you guys can see it's beyond here. It's everywhere, right? You can literally go within and go, but in here, I see me as the greatest. Therefore it is. And you keep doing that, and you keep doing that. And when you fulfill yourself, if you do it correctly, you feel this calmness. Have you guys ever had a visual or an affirmation session where you go, wow, that felt amazing. Like, I know it's going to happen. Or think about when you're so hungry and you ate the best meal of your life, how satisfied you are. It's like I'm full. It's done. That's what you're doing. When you're affirming, it's done. I am loved. It's done. I'm not begging to be loved. I'm deciding I'm loved. I'm not begging for money. I'm deciding I have money. I'm not begging for this person to commit to me. I'm deciding that this person would love to commit to me. So when I'm telling you guys to fulfill yourself in your inner world, your inner man is just a common term. It's just a generic term. Fulfill your inner girl. Fulfill your inner man. Fulfill your inner, if you identify as both. Fulfill your world in here. Before you can ever do anything out here, it must happen in here. Before you experience it out here, it must happen in here. This is whether it's favorable or unfavorable. Because when I think back, and this is me, I like to be transparent with myself, because sometimes when you point things out in other people, they be like, So I'll point myself out. I'll call myself out, and hopefully you can, not you, DeCaries, I'm now saying in general, hopefully you can call yourself out. When I used to play sad songs, and it wasn't the sad songs, this was the part. I would use sad songs to fuel arguments in my head like I was in a music video. And I would dwell on that day in or day out. And it gave me this inner fulfilling, because in the arguments, in the visuals, I would win, but I was still arguing. And what do you think some of my relationships look like? I argued. I would be in arguments. I would win. But it wasn't fulfilling to me. It's like, wait, I don't want to experience that. But that's how I fulfilled my inner man. So I had to experience it. And this is when I started to realize that I had a pattern in relationships and and it came into manifestation, and here we are. No longer arguing like that in relationships. what is going on in here? What's going on in here? I be trying to be serious, guys. I'm being serious. But what's going on in here? Okay? What's going on? You realize you want love and you're booting. So what's going on? And if the story that you realize is going on in here does not align, throw it out. Just like when there's a 3P, you just have to completely ignore those people and imagine yourself there. Those people have another place. So what if you fulfill yourself within and then it doesn't show up in the 3D? This question is a great question. So what if you fulfill yourself and then it doesn't show up in the 3D? That question in itself let me know that you have not really fulfilled yourself and you're checking. And I'm going to tell you why that question let me know that. I'm going to go again. If you are hungry and you ate a meal that was so satisfying, you're not looking for more food. You're satisfied. What you'll most likely do after eating a satisfying meal and you're completely full is go, wow, that meal is so good. You wouldn't go, where else the food at? Where's the... Think about it. When you eat and you're still hungry, you go, I need more food. I need more food. Where the rest of the food at? When you eat and you're satisfied and you're fulfilled, you usually go, wow, that food was good. That was some great chicken. That was some great rice. That's what you would do if you were satisfied. So if you're truly fulfilled within, what are you going to check for? Besides dessert, I'm talking literally. I'm not talking about dessert. I'm talking about if you genuinely had a full meal. I'm giving you the definition of satisfied with an example, right? After you had a really, really great meal. Because I'm giving you the definition of satisfied with a visual example. Imagine you had a great ass day and you relax for the day and you go, wow, that was a great day. You're not looking to go where the vibes at, where the rest of the day. I wish today was different. Today was great. You're satisfied. So if you're truly fulfilled within, what are you looking for? And I'm going to tell you what trying to fulfill yourself inside and looking will do. I'm going to tell you what pattern that's going to create. You decide, hey, I'm loved, I'm wanted, I get money, people love me, da-da-da. You're telling your whole story. You started affirming for 2 days. No, Lexi, I know you're joking, but you started affirming for 2 days. You're like, oh, I've been consistent for 2 days. It's lit, it's lit, it's lit. And then you go, where is it? And now I'm looking at you like, what you mean, where is it? It's right. You just gave it to what you mean, what you looking for? And now what's going to happen is your outside world is like, okay, where is it? Nothing. And then now you're getting mad. Not you, but now you're getting mad and you're like, nothing is happening. I've been affirming. I've been visual. Nothing is happening. You said it first. They only matched your energy. You literally said it first. You literally went, I'm loved. I'm loved. Where is it? And it matched your energy. And now you're mad. Not you. I'm just saying in general. Because I don't like people feeling like I'm talking at them. Just in general. And now you're mad. And it's like, but you said it first. Where instead, when you're fulfilled, you're satisfied, right? With the story you just, you're standing, I want you to think about somebody who is like, they're standing 10 toes down on a decision. They're convicted in their choice. They're going to sleep like a baby. No matter what, this is it. They're not going, somebody prove it to me. Somebody show me that what I just said is truth. This is the truth, period. They wake up the next day. This is the truth, period. Notice I didn't say look. This is the truth, period. And naturally, they start to really embody this identity, and that's how it works. Who they are being has to be reflected to them. And therefore, the things that they are being and saying that they are then unfolds. Not like magic, it's who they are being. But saying you are something and then going, where is it, is not being it. It's questioning if you are it. I'm going to say this again. Decide does not end with the question mark. It ends with the period. So if you're deciding this is how it's going to go, you don't need proof. And if you ever want proof, the only place you should be checking is with yourself. Hey, I am loved. And then you go, where, actually, I decided, I validate myself. And yes, people will naturally reflect the things that I'm saying, but I'm not looking for it, and I don't need it to verify what I'm saying. I verify what I'm saying, and everything else doing it is the cherry on top. That should help you with helping you break the habit of looking in a 3D. Because that question let me know that you do. So now, when you're truly fulfilled, I want you to ask anybody who's, I'll use my sister as an example. They told her she was temporary, and she said no. The job is permanent. And she didn't ask them every day what's the status of her job. She didn't go checking her email every day. All she said was, this job is mine. And anytime she thought about it, this job is mine. She didn't go checking, even in the face of people being interviewed in front of her face. She didn't go, what's happening over there? The job is mine, period. No question. And therefore, that is her experience right now. Her 3D had to match that energy. Your 3D is going to match your energy. Hey, what's going on? Where is it? I don't know. I don't have the answer. And your world is going to go, gotcha. Let me prove that to ya. I should make a song. Wow. I'm trying to be serious, y'all. But anyways, it's going to prove it to you. But if you go, oh no, this is mine, it's going to match that energy. Like, here you go. Here you go, king, queen. Here you go. Think like that. It has to match what you're thinking. When I say match your energy, it's like a lingo. It's literally going to match what you're deciding. What are you deciding? Thank you guys for saying it's helpful. I haven't been live in a while. I really did miss you guys. I want to clear a government exam by randomly clicking the answers and have that the government job we get after clearing it. So since I create my reality, I can create this by affirming again and again, right? Yes. Yeah. In the whole live, I just talked about how once you decide it is. So I'm just going to say yes. I'm not even, that's it. Yes. If you want to affirm and that's how it works, yes. If you decide, yes. If you visualize, yes. If you decide to change your mind, yes. If you decide you fail, yes. If you decide you pass, yes. You don't need me to tell you that, though. Understand that you decided that, not me. By the way, me just telling you yes that many times, that was you telling yourself that. Okay? That's it. I'm trying to see if I missed anybody. I'm trying to see if I missed. I don't think I missed anybody. I think I got everybody, guys. If you have any more questions, tell me. Oh, yes, I am a Capricorn. Who asked if I'm a Capricorn? By the way, I am not into signs, zodiac signs. However, I still like to tell people that I'm a Capricorn for whatever reason. Like, I'm not into signs. I don't read you shouldn't date this, you shouldn't be that, this is da-da-da-da-da. I just, as part of conversation, I'll be like, yeah, I'm a Capricorn. My birthday's January 8th. No reason. I'm not even identifying as a Capricorn because of all the things they say about a Capricorn. It's just, hey guys, I'm a Capricorn. That's literally the only reason why I do it. But yes, to anybody asking, I'm a Capricorn. My birthday is January 8th. And that's all I got. I'm great because I say I'm great. I'm not great because they say Capricorns are great. I'm great because I say I'm great. Yes, we do. I have a lot of Virgos in my life. Oh shit. Sorry. Like I hope YouTube, cursing. Like everything never went to Abdullah. All he said was, you're in Barbados. That's how I'm gonna start acting with you guys. Every time y'all say something, I'm gonna be like, you got it already. Every time y'all be like, can I? Yeah. Can it not work? Yeah. Cause is that what y'all want to hear from me? I literally changed my life when I applied. That's, if you guys really want to know the key and the secret, I literally changed my life when I just applied it and decided that this is what works for me. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I was really one of those people that had a book of affirmations and I was like overdoing it and thinking, how many times do I need to affirm? I'm checking the 3D. I'm scrolling and refreshing the page. I'm checking to see if the messages came in. And that didn't work for me. Not the robotic affirming part, but like the all over the place and just trying to. The moment I sat down and I said, okay, I have a certain experience that I desire, and this is who I want to identify as. And I have to make this promise to, I told you guys this yesterday, the day before. This is how it's going to go for me. And my life has changed since that decision I made. I literally made that decision and my life has changed. My life is so different now. And I actually was just texting my sister that today. I was like, I feel like our life is so different. She was like, bro, that's how we talk. She's like, bro, is it? Is it? And it doesn't mean that I don't have days, guys, that I don't get emotional. Like, life, man. But like, I don't let those moments dictate what I can experience. Else it would mean that I'm not the greatest. And I only want to identify as the greatest because I am. Abdullah, for a lot of us, need the door slammed. We need to know what we're doing. Just got to be more disciplined. That's where I'm at. I'm done playing around. I'm my own Abdullah. That's really the energy you have to have. Honestly, that's what I need. I need to know that it's... yeah, like literally, this is going to be it, guys, because I'm about to go eat again. I know it's kind of late here. But I just got serious. I want something, therefore it is. And one of the major things I understood that made me really just relax in my power is one, understanding that I'm really everything and it all depends on what I decide for myself. But also like realizing that I don't have to overconsume and that whatever I decide for myself is it. Like I hold a lot of power, and it really can work for me. And yes, I had to face fears. I went through that hump of, can this really happen? How would it unfold? Like I went through those chapters of trying to wrap my head around how could this work. But I've built this trust with myself so much that I could never question how this would work. I'm just too powerful, and I've seen so much change in my life that I'll be like, nah. So if you really are in a place where you're at like, I don't know, I have this fear. What if I do this and it doesn't work, right? This is where I would say focus on the area of your self-concept that focuses on your power, where you're like, I know what I'm doing. I am the answer. I am the solution. I am everything. I'm all that is. I have the power to select the life that I desire. I'm a master manifester. I know some people don't like saying it, but say it if you want to. I'm a master manifester, right? I would say focus on that area of power. Now, if you're not in that and you already know that, you know manifestation is a thing and that you don't fear if it's going to unfold, but you're focusing on your actual self-concept in terms of like relationships and friendships and being loved and just how you view yourself, you should have that set as well, where you're like, I'm loved, I'm wanted, right? I matter, My voice matters. I am prioritized. I am chosen because I first choose myself, right? I'm important. And it's really important to have certain viewpoints. I would say this. When you have a certain view of yourself, the idea of experiencing your desire does not become questionable. So when you really have instilled within you that you are everything and that you are whole and complete and loved and wanted, the idea of somebody else loving you or the idea of being in a relationship is like a no-brainer. It's like a duh. But when you don't have that base of self-concept, what happens is you go, this person loves me, this person loves me, this person loves me. And although that person will come in and love you, you still will have this base concept of, am I even lovable? Because you don't view yourself that way. So remember, as you go about your life, you can have anything you want by simply saying you have it. But remember, view yourself in a certain light that uplifts you. You can do anything. I'll be the person to tell you. You can have anything you want. You can be anything you want. You are powerful. You are capable. You are amazing. You are unique. You are a breath of fresh air. You are fun. You are witty. You are interesting. Even if you want to curl up with your cat and do nothing, you're still interesting. Even if you only want to do hunting and go fishing, you're still interesting. You're loved no matter what. Even if you snort, even if you have a broken tooth, even if you have a broken toe, you're still loved no matter what. Even if you cried yesterday and you don't cry tomorrow, even if you're emotional today and not emotional tomorrow, you're still loved. You're doing it right. You can affirm today and not affirm tomorrow. You're doing it right. I want you guys to talk to yourself like that. I'm going to be dropping another self-concept tape in regards to love. I'm probably going to drop it while I'm on the island though, guys. So you guys, I might do a natural ocean sound straight from the island. All right? I love you guys. Bye.